Well, welcome back. I want to first apologize for being gone so long. It's been a tough 3 months or so. In my last video, if y'all remember, I was having a big pity party for myself. I cried. I was miserable. I was not dealing with this dental surgery very well at all. It was a struggle just figuring out how to function with these teeth in my mouth. When the swelling went down after the surgery, the teeth didn't fit right. And it's understandable. I mean, they fit them around the original teeth that were in my mouth, and they just kept falling down, which made it hard to eat. And I tried sealants. I tried this custom grip liners. I tried powders. I even tried eating without them, just mashed potatoes and applesauce and things like that. And it was difficult. I mean, it was extremely difficult. And in that turn, it gave me this whole, God, I wish I would have never done that attitude. But I know that it is definitely worth it. It was absolutely worth what I have gone through. I went back for my 6 months, and they refitted my dentures to fit in my mouth perfectly. I have no sealants, no liners, no anything. They don't fall out. You know, my biggest fear is I'm standing there talking to someone and they literally fall out of my mouth onto the floor. Or worse, just forgetting to put them in and go to work. Having to call Joel and say, hey, would you bring my teeth? I mean, my God, how embarrassing would that be to have to call someone and say, can you bring my teeth to work? Now, it's funny now that I think about it, you know, these weird thoughts, but it really sent me down a dark hole. I went down a rabbit hole of pity for myself. But I'm back with a more positive attitude. And I learned a lot over those 3 months that really, they're helping me out so much in my everyday life and really bringing me back to being positive and looking forward to the future and what it holds, and getting back to my channel, getting back to talking to women and interacting with women and just dealing with everything that goes on in our lives as we get older. We're all human. We're all just going through a lot of the same things, just not knowing how to go through them, and knowing that we have people to go through them with, I think is going to make it a whole lot easier. I had a lot of help dealing with the struggles with my teeth, that between my friends that kept telling me that they look good, it's going to get better. My mom, who has false teeth, has had them as long as I can remember, you know, kept telling me the things that were going to get better and easier. But, you know, of course, I had a pity party for myself, and it's okay. It's perfectly okay to have a pity party for yourself. It's okay to struggle. It's okay to get depressed. It's okay to get sad and angry and frustrated. I had to keep telling myself that it was okay, and that I was going to get through this and things were going to get better. I've got a wonderful fiance. I've got a beautiful daughter, soon to be beautiful stepdaughter. Well, not soon to be, she's beautiful, but she's going to be my soon to be stepdaughter. A great life, an absolute great life, a good job, wonderful parents, just all these things that I really needed to help dig me out of this hole. And of course, it doesn't happen at the best time either. You know, the holidays, birthdays, and then of course those January blahs that we all get, you know, winter blues. And winter blues are true. I mean, it's dark, it's gray, it's cold, it's dark at 5 o'clock at night. That wasn't helping my frustration and dealing with all of the issues I was dealing with, the self-pity, the insecurity, the concern of, am I ever going to be able to eat real food again? So when I went back for my 6 months, they tightened them up and they're perfect now. And I can eat a lot of things that I couldn't eat before. There are still things, I mean, I can't bite into an apple. I can't eat an ear of corn quite yet. Steak, pork chops, a tougher meat sometimes can be a struggle, especially as the meat gets cooled down on my plate. Like when I first get my steak out of the, at the restaurant right on the plate, it's great. It's wonderful. But as I eat, because it is a slower process and I'm dealing with chewing slower, my steak gets colder and then it's tougher and it's harder to eat. So in this whole dental drama, I've lost 30 pounds. I wouldn't recommend getting your teeth ripped out of your head just to lose 30 pounds. But I've learned a lot from it, that my doctor has told me too, that because I have to eat slower, because I have to chew slower, I have to make sure that, my teeth are grinding down the food that I'm eating. I'm getting full quicker. My stomach is filling up sooner and letting me know that, hey, I'm full. You can stop eating now. So I'm eating smaller portions. I'm eating less. And it's helping me to lose the weight that I have been struggling with. And at 52 years old, losing weight is not something that happens very easily. So now that I'm able to eat more, I'm trying not to eat as much as I used to. I'm trying to keep this weight off because it feels good to be 30 pounds lighter, to have to go down a size in clothes. Now I have to buy new clothes. As you can see behind me, I have plenty of clothes, but most of them are too big. But that's okay. That's a good thing, having to buy new clothes, because you're losing weight. Now I just need to keep it off and maintain it. So what I'm wanting to accomplish now is season 2 of Not So Gracefully. The first season was, bits and pieces and things that we talked about and discussed and, things like that. But it was kind of thrown in there a little bit by little bit. And the one thing I've done over the last couple of months is really sit down and look at some of the things I really want to talk about, things that are important. And understanding that as we grow older as women, things aren't going to get easier. Yeah, I don't have a period anymore. That's great. But I have mood swings and hot flashes and weird pains in places that, why does this arm hurt? Those come with menopause. And dealing with menopause can be an emotional roller coaster. And I want to be able to talk to people. I want to be able to educate people. I want people to educate me on what to expect over these next 10 to 20 years. Because I heard it's not just a year or two of menopause, it goes on for the rest of our lives. So, yay to that. But I also have some other things that I want to talk about in the future. So, I've kind of started putting a list of things to talk about, things that we're going to discuss, things that the interaction of what makes us who we are and why we are the way we are at this point in our lives, and things that can make us happy and help us take care of ourselves to continue to be the most wonderful women in the world. We are beautiful, wonderful, smart women, and we want to continue to be that way and not have the self-pity parties. But you know what? It is okay to have that self-pity party. It's okay to feel pain and depression and anger and frustration. We all do it. Everybody goes through it. Everybody feels it. Everybody knows it's out there. And everybody deals with it differently. But maybe as a group, we can help each other deal with it. As we grow and become a larger and stronger group of not so graceful women, we can help each other out. We can give each other advice. I have a couple of guests that I'm going to bring on in the next couple of episodes that are going to help us with everything from what we eat, what we wear, what we do to stay healthy, to exercise, what we do with our finances, how we deal with maybe starting a business at our age, dealing with retirement, what to do with that retirement account. If we don't have a retirement, what we can do to start, what we can do to make sure that we're not fighting the fight of, I have no money in the future, or how do I best invest in what I have, in myself. That's what you do. You invest in yourself. We invest in ourselves as women. So I want you to stay tuned to the future episodes. I've got a couple that I'm working for the next 2 or 3. I want to talk about self-care and taking care of yourself first. Yeah, we have families, we have husbands, we have mothers, fathers, things like that. But if we aren't taking care of ourselves, then we can't take care of them. And it can be anything from as small as a manicure to a massage to a weekend away. Self-care is so important. Mental, physical. We just need to make sure that we take care of ourselves, because you can't, I don't want to say you can't depend on somebody to do it for you, because I have a wonderful fiance that would do anything for me. But I don't want to be dependent on him to do it for me. I want it to be where if I need him, he's there, but I need to take care of myself. I want to talk about fitness and some of the trends that are out there. I watch a lot of TikTok. Don't get me wrong. I think it's hilarious sometimes. But there's all these different exercises. There's Pilates, there's yoga, there's wall Pilates, there's walking, like just stand walking, step walking, dancing. So I'm going to explore some of those videos and those exercise techniques and see how they work. And I'm going to share them with you guys. I'm going to share, hey, I even thought about taking a belly dancing class. Not that I want to show all this off, but you never know. It could build confidence. And that's what we want to do as women. We want to build our confidence in ourselves. Because I'm going to tell you what, 3 months ago, my confidence was this big. Now, it's getting there because I'm believing in myself. And I have a lot of wonderful people that believe in me. I also want to talk about some fun stuff. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but I have these comfort shows. When I'm in a mood or when I'm tired and I want to go to bed or just don't really want to pay attention to the TV, I just want to play on my phone, but I want something on, or I'm cooking dinner or just anything. I have comfort shows. And I want to talk about how important those comfort shows are to our lives. There's just something that brings a satisfaction, a warmth, I guess you could say, from watching a show that's comfortable. I mean, I have 2 that I compare back and forth all the time, and it's fun, and it's hilarious to see how similar they are. So I just want to talk about all the things that, we can do to make ourselves better and to make ourselves happy and to be okay. And another thing I want to talk about too, now that we're talking about it, is it's okay to change our minds. If you've, if you've wanted to do something or you've committed to do something, I'm going to do this when I get, when I retire, or I'm going to do this next week, and then we don't want to do it. It's okay. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to say, maybe not. Maybe I don't want to do that. Or maybe I do now. Maybe I said, I didn't want to ever take that trip. I didn't want to ever go there. Maybe I do now. So I want to make sure that we all understand that taking care of ourselves is extremely important. It's okay to say no, and it's okay to change our minds. And we need to take care of ourselves as women and take care of each other, because we are a team. Women are a team, and we are a strong team. We can beat any team out there as long as we bind together as women. And just the things that happen to us in life, we just got to remember we're not alone. We are absolutely not alone in this world. We have each other. And so I'd like to welcome everybody back to the 2nd season of Not So Gracefully. And I'm hoping to commit to at least 1 episode every 2 weeks, maybe more. I'd like to have some comments or some suggestions. See, I'm still struggling. I still sometimes feel like I got a lisp, and there are words that I struggle to say, but suggestions on topics or things that you want to talk about. Or if you want to be a guest, we can live stream it. You can come to my studio. We can do anything that we need to do to make it happen. But I welcome everyone back, and I welcome myself back, because this has been such an important part of my life, and making this channel and coming up with these ideas of dealing with our lives is something that I'm committed passionately about, something I've wanted to do for a while, and I can't just let it slip and go away, because it is so important. It's important to me. It's important to y'all. It's important to women everywhere to have that connection with other women, to have that strength, to have that ability in themselves, to be, as quoted on, the military, the best we can be. Be the best you can be. The best you ever. And I want to be part of that with you. So welcome back, and we will be talking soon, and stay tuned and like, subscribe, and share. Love you guys.